So, survival. Many of you guys will have to deal with it in your lifetime at some point. And some of you might be thinking, camping or something like that. No, I'm talking about just you out on your own with nothing to survive on but one pack you have with you. Now, survival packs come in all different sizes and shapes and for different uses. And one of the things I noticed about a lot of these survival packs was that they were very expensive and they were very large, very bulky, hard to move around. Well, there's a type of survival pack that's supposed to condense every single thing that you could need with you in a very small bag or a tin, and you can take it with you wherever you want, and it's pocket-sized. It's called a survival tin. This is my survival tin that I made myself. It's very cheap and easy to make. Everything in here you can buy at a store that's very cheap. Everything's under, I think, around $8 individually. So, that's a good thing. I have a carabiner on the outside here. And I also have a whistle for signaling purposes. This carabiner keeps it secured on a belt loopy or your pack, whichever you prefer. And on the outside here, as you can tell, this is 550 paracord. Now, if you guys don't know what 550 paracord is, it's a military cord used for parachutes, and each strand can support 550 pounds of weight on it. Really good for anything that you would need rope for in a small, compact version. Now, let me just take this all off here. On the outside, I have cotton from t-shirt, which is really good for making char cloth, which is good for fire starting. Also, another thing that I found out about these kits is people, they put all these really expensive items in there, and, they usually never use it. So this is all cheap stuff that you guys can probably find online or at your local hardware store or something, and you can make pretty good use of it for very few bucks. This is a special kind of tool. You can find these in camping section at Walmart. This is a little button compass right here. Has a saw blade right here, knife. Has a bunch of different tools, can opener, bottle opener, screwdriver, all different kinds of stuff, magnifying glass, and it even has a very small Phillips head screwdriver for repairing glasses. Now this is a credit card knife. Credit card knives are extremely small, they're the size of a credit card, and they're really easy to use. Just unlock it by twisting this little cap right here. And once you untwist that cap, the knife comes out. You fold that forward, this comes back, and this comes over that. It's a very nice little knife for cutting and such. Now these are the tools that I have along the outside because I couldn't fit them in there because I have absolutely packed this thing full of material. Let me just put this inside here. On the outside I have electrical tape which keeps this watertight, so nothing's going to come in here and mess with your gear once you have it. Let me just take all this tape off. Okay. Now this is not necessarily the size of an Altoids tin, but it's pretty close. Now this is all the stuff that I've stored up on top up here. Get all this stuff out here. This is tin foil. You can put this inside the tin itself. You can cook water, food, whatever, canned food, whatever you have. This here is some cards that I have that have sayings on them for morale. These are like tips to remember for myself. I have a little tiny signaling mirror foil. This is writing paper. This is water resistant paper for writing notes. This is a little mini kit, a little mini reference guide kit. Ooh, it looks like my tea exploded everywhere. That's not good. I had a tea packet in here, for brewing tea and such, but it got stuff all over my survival kit, so let me just get rid of that. First thing that fell out of here, a nail. I have 4 of those. I have 4 nails in here. Okay. So I have a spoon in here for cooking and eating food and such. Right here, I have 2 cyalume glow sticks with holders and linking covers for light. This is a Ziploc bag with zip ties all over it for water storage. This is bubble gum in case I have to eat something extremely nasty out in the field, you know. It's just real nice to have something to chew on. Just use this to prop up the tin here. Right here. This is 2 zip ties inside straws and taped together so they can maximize storage space. This is Vaseline. Now you guys might be wondering what's Vaseline for. Well, if you mix this with a cotton ball that's in here, you can use it as a fire starter. Really good fire starter, burns really fast, whatnot. Okay, so this is thick wire wrapped around some sewing needle string, which could also be used as fishing line if you really wanted to. It's just all in a nice little compact little bundle there. This is a bunch of matches that have wax on the tip of them along with a couple zip ties. I electrical tape those together to maximize storage space. Everything in this pack is just absolutely drenched in tea grounds, so that probably isn't the best thing to show on YouTube, but you know what? It works. These are 2 mini fire starter logs for fire starter in case, you know, the other fire tending needs you have run out. This is dish soap for washing your hands. This is sugar or salt. I can't remember which. I think it's sugar. It's for sweetening the tea that was supposed to be in here, but as you can tell, tea went everywhere. Now this is a sewing needle, and this is a button compass, and this is a little bit of dental floss that I've wrapped in electrical tape, and as you can see there's also a little cotton ball in there. This functions as sewing your clothes or whatnot if they get torn, and that cotton ball can also be used as a fire starter. This is a threader to thread a needle in case I have to do multiple needle usages. And you guys know how bad it is to try and thread a needle. This is a paper clip. Paper clips have multiple uses for survival. I wouldn't doubt their ability. Get those tea grounds out of there. Now this is just a standard box of matches. Matches have all kinds of uses, and it's good to just have a good reliable source of fire, even if it's not like a lighter or something like that. This is some more string for fishing that I shoved inside of a straw and zip tied so it wouldn't move to maximize storage space. You can see I did that with a lot of my items. This is a long strip of duct tape. Duct tape has countless uses in a survival situation, so if you guys are ever making a survival pack, definitely recommend duct tape. Now this is seasoning for like broth if you want to cook some kind of meat that you procured in a survival situation. It seasons it really well, and it's just a good item to have for, you know, taste reasons. As you can see, there's still a crap ton of tea in here. This is a Band-Aid. I have a bunch of Band-Aids in here just in case you get hurt and you need to get that stuff clean. Now this is mostly just the medic section. As you can see, these are sterile alcohol prep pads. These are antiseptic swabs for cleaning wounds. This is a micro pencil, which goes in collaboration with the dry paper that I showed you earlier, so I can write and stuff. In case I need to take down notes or write a message for someone. I have 2 full-size nails in here, which I can hammer in using a big rock or something. Let me just get all the rest out of there. This is a razor blade. Razor blades can be used for shaving if you're feeling up to it. But in addition to the knife, I like having some kind of sharp blade so I don't have to use my knife too much. Move all this stuff over here. And that's the end of the tin. Tin body can be used for all different kinds of things. And just get all this stuff out of here. And I have nails in here for nailing with a board. You can nail those on there with like a stake or some crap. And these are safety pins for binding clothes together if I can't sew them at the moment. Just a nice quick and easy fix. These are more paper clips. This is a fishing hook. I have 2 of those for catching fish, which is a pretty good source if you're near a stream. Now, obviously this kit doesn't have absolutely everything that someone would need in a survival situation. There are countless tools that I'm missing, but for the size of the tin, if you can tell, this is only about like 7 centimeters by 4 centimeters, and it's like an inch tall. It's actually pretty good for some of the tins that I've seen. Now, I've seen all kinds of tins. I've looked up all kinds of YouTube videos on survival tins because I was interested in making one myself. So, if you guys really want to make one, it all depends on what your specific tastes and purposes are for the tin. If you're looking for something that's out in the wilderness, try looking for something that has a lot of fire starting methods, because fire starting is really hard to do out in the woods. The most primitive method is rubbing 2 sticks together, which takes a long time. So before you guys try and duplicate something like this, check and see what you're going to be using it for, because depending on what you're using it for, you're going to have all different kinds of uses and purposes that you're going to want to include in that kit. So if this helped you guys at all, helped you understand, you know, how to make a survival kit yourself, I'm happy to help you. And if you guys have any questions, just comment in the little boxes below, and I'll answer any questions that you guys might have about survival. This is Chance Warden signing off.